Hello, my beautiful Scorpio souls. Today we step into a sacred moment where the universe whispers that day 21 is not random, but a divine checkpoint, a powerful portal where the final test ends and your destiny shifts forever. And as you stand, here you may feel the weight of unseen battles that have shaped your soul. Battles not always visible to others, but deeply engraved in your spiritual journey. And now the cosmos reveals that spiritual victory awaits you. A reward for every trial and test you have endured, for every karmic lesson that challenged your patience, and for every moment you rose from the ashes of pain to embrace transformation. For Scorpio is the sign of rebirth, the sign that can walk through darkness and emerge stronger than before. And day 21 is a symbol of completion, of graduation energy, of the universe telling you that you have passed through the trials and a new beginning opens before you. This unseen battle was never about defeating others, but about mastering yourself, breaking cycles, unlocking clarity, and claiming the divine reward written in your fate. And as we move deeper into this message, you will see how this turning point is guiding you into awakening, into your soul mission, into the chosen path that aligns with your higher self. Because this is not just about surviving the test. It is about embodying victory, stepping into abundance, and realizing that the destiny 2025 holds for Scorpio is one of breakthrough, of transformation, and of unseen blessings becoming visible. Scorpio, when we speak of day 21, we are not speaking of an ordinary date, but of a vibration, a number that carries the energy of completion, renewal, and transformation. And for you, this moment becomes a mirror of your inner journey, reflecting how far you have come and how close you are to stepping into your chosen destiny. The number 21 has long been associated with cycles coming full circle, with challenges ending and a sense of spiritual maturity arriving. And for Scorpio, this resonates even deeper, because you are the sign that thrives in transformation. You do not fear the shadows, but learn from them, and every trial has prepared you for the breakthrough moment you are now entering. This is the energy of graduation, not from a school or institution, but from the unseen classroom of life itself, where every karmic test has been guiding you towards spiritual success, where every hidden battle has polished your strength and awakened your higher self. In astrology, day 21 becomes symbolic of a soul awakening, the point where the trials and tests fade and a new beginning takes root. And you may find yourself sensing a shift in your energy field, noticing synchronicities, or feeling the universe's message echo within you. It is as if destiny is unlocked one door at a time, leading you to the spiritual reward that has always been waiting. And yet the beauty of this process is that it is not about winning a war outside of yourself, but about harmonizing the war within. You may realize that what seemed like obstacles were actually initiations, each one teaching you to surrender control, to embrace faith, to allow transformation to carry you toward your soul's mission. Scorpio, day 21 is the moment the final challenge dissolves and the path clears, offering you a chance to step fully into your true power, to awaken to the victory that belongs to you, and to embody the new cycle of abundance, clarity, and divine guidance that has been written in the stars. Scorpio, when we talk about the final test, it is not always something dramatic or external, but often it is the subtle challenges that press on your soul in silence, testing your faith, your patience, and your ability to trust the path even when the destination is not clear. The universe designs these trials not to punish you, but to prepare you, to sharpen your awareness, and to help you break through patterns that no longer serve your higher calling. For many of you, this test may have shown up as a karmic cycle repeating itself, a relationship that forced you to face your wounds, or a period of delay where nothing seemed to move forward. And in those moments, you may have felt like you were fighting against an unseen current. Yet in truth, every delay, every trial, and every hidden challenge has been guiding you toward a deeper awakening. Because Scorpio is never meant to stay on the surface, You are destined to dive into the depths and return with wisdom. This is why the final test carries such power. It symbolizes the moment when you recognize that the battles you thought were against the world were actually designed to awaken your inner mastery. It could feel like standing at the edge of a threshold, where behind you lies the weight of struggle and ahead of you lies the possibility of spiritual victory. The lessons of this final challenge are clear: resilience, trust in divine timing, and surrender to transformation. These are not abstract ideas, but lived experiences that have shaped you, teaching you to see beyond appearances and to honor the unseen forces at work in your life. As day 21 arrives, the universe signals that this test has served its purpose, that the trials and tests have reached their end, and now what awaits you is not another obstacle, but the reward of clarity, freedom, and a soul path that aligns with your destiny. You have been refined by the unseen fire, and what once felt like a heavy battle has now become the very source of your strength, unlocking a new phase of your journey, where the victory is not just promised, it is lived. Scorpio, when we speak of the unseen battle, we are pointing to the struggles that few ever witness, the wars fought in silence within your own heart and mind, the moments when you carried pain behind a strong face and wrestled with doubts no one else could understand. These hidden battles are not marked by loud conflict, but by quiet endurance, where your soul was tested against fear, loss, and the temptation to give up. For many of you, this unseen challenge may have felt like loneliness, betrayal, or the heavy weight of carrying responsibilities that seemed endless. And yet, it was through these invisible trials that your spiritual strength was forged. Scorpio energy is deeply tied to transformation, and the unseen realm is where you often meet your greatest teachers, the shadow, the karmic lessons, the old wounds that resurface only to be healed. The final challenge was never about defeating an enemy outside of you, but about breaking through the illusions that tried to convince you that you were powerless. And now that you have endured, the universe affirms that victory belongs to you. These hidden struggles have shaped your soul's path, preparing you for a destiny that cannot be shaken by appearances, because you have already faced what others cannot see. This is why day 21 is so significant, because it reveals that the unseen battle has ended, and what felt like a heavy burden was in fact your spiritual training ground. You did not lose yourself in the darkness. You discovered who you truly are, and from this place of awareness, you step forward into a new cycle. The universe's message is clear. Your unseen efforts were not in vain. Your persistence through silence was not wasted, and now you carry the energy of spiritual success that will guide you into the next phase. Scorpio, you are never fighting alone. Every trial was a divine test aligned with your soul mission. And as this hidden battle concludes, you are invited to step into a new beginning where abundance, clarity, and divine reward flow more freely. This is the transformation you were destined to embody, the quiet strength that becomes your greatest power. Scorpio, now that the unseen battle has reached its end, what emerges is the profound gift of spiritual victory. And this is not about triumph over another person or circumstance, but about the realization that your soul has mastered what once felt impossible. Spiritual victory is the quiet yet powerful knowing that you are no longer bound by old cycles, no longer chained to the weight of past wounds, and no longer living under the shadow of fear. It is the moment you recognize that the trials you faced were actually sacred initiations, that every divine test was carving out the strength, wisdom, and clarity you now hold within. This type of success cannot be measured in material terms, because it is far deeper. It is the freedom of your inner world, the peace that arises when your heart aligns with your soul mission, and the resilience that comes from walking through fire and discovering you are still whole. Scorpio energy thrives on transformation, and this victory is the evidence that you have not only survived, but been reborn. Stepping into the graduation energy, it signals the end of one chapter and the awakening of another. Some of you may already feel this as a shift in your daily life, a new clarity about relationships, a stronger sense of purpose in your work, or simply a feeling of lightness where heaviness once lived. Others may sense it more subtly, like synchronicities appearing, inner guidance becoming louder, or an intuitive pull toward a new beginning. No matter how it shows up, the universe is affirming that you have passed the test. You have unlocked the hidden blessing, and the path before you is now infused with spiritual success. This victory is not fleeting. It is a foundation, one that prepares you for the abundance, freedom, and divine reward waiting in the next phase of your journey. Remember, Scorpio, the universe never wastes a battle, especially the ones fought in silence, and today you embody the truth that your resilience has opened the door to a destiny that is fully aligned with who you are always meant to become. Scorpio, the moment you step into this graduation energy, you begin to understand that the final test was never about proving your worth, but about preparing you to embody your true essence. And day 21 becomes the symbolic stage where your soul receives recognition for the unseen work it has carried out. Graduation in the spiritual sense is not marked with certificates or applause, but with a deep inner knowing that you have completed a cycle and are now ready for the transformation that follows. You may feel as though you are standing at the threshold between who you once were and who you are becoming, sensing that an old identity has dissolved and a new, more powerful version of you is awakening. This is the reward of Scorpio's path, for your sign is destined to shed layers again and again until only truth remains. The universe is offering you a sense of completion, the awareness that the trials and tests you endured have now matured into wisdom, and this wisdom becomes the foundation for your next chapter. Some Scorpios may notice sudden shifts, opportunities appearing where doors were once closed, relationships aligning more authentically, or even an inner pull to step boldly into a new beginning that once felt impossible. Others may feel it more quietly, like a subtle but undeniable shift in energy, a peace that was not there before, or an intuitive sense that the unseen battle has been won. Whatever form it takes, this is your graduation moment, a recognition of your perseverance and your readiness to walk a higher path. The universe's message is that you are not stuck. You are not repeating endless cycles. You are moving forward into destiny. And this shift is evidence that you are aligned with your soul mission. Scorpio, the energy of graduation is sacred because it tells you that you have not just survived, but you have grown, evolved, and transformed in ways that cannot be undone. And from this place, you carry the strength to enter the new cycle with clarity, confidence, and the spiritual success that belongs to you. Scorpio, with the completion of the final test comes the promise of a new beginning, and day 21 acts as a doorway into this fresh cycle of destiny. It is as though the universe has cleared the path ahead, removing the weight of old trials, so that you can finally step into alignment with your true purpose. For some of you, this new beginning will manifest as external change, perhaps a shift in career, a new relationship that feels divinely aligned, or opportunities that suddenly appear after long periods of delay. For others, it may reveal itself more subtly through a deepened inner peace, a sense of clarity, or a strong pull toward creating something new in your life. Either way, this is not a random shift, but a sacred transition, a signal that your unseen efforts and hidden battles have unlocked spiritual rewards. The universe is affirming that your chosen path is now opening, and with it comes the energy of transformation, abundance, and renewal. This is why the number 21 carries such power. It is the vibration of completion, leading directly into a new cycle. A reminder that endings are never final, but always gateways to beginnings. Scorpio, you are stepping into a season where Destiny 2025 begins to reveal itself, where your soul mission becomes clearer, and where the choices you make carry the power to shape not just your future, but the legacy you leave behind. This is the awakening of your fate, the moment where the scars of the unseen battle transform into symbols of victory, and those very scars become the map guiding you forward. The message is simple yet profound. You are not starting over empty-handed. You are beginning again with wisdom, resilience, and spiritual success already rooted in you. Trust that this new beginning is not fragile, but divinely supported, because you have earned it through your persistence and faith. Scorpio, Day 21 marks the end of an old chapter and the sacred unlocking of a destiny aligned with abundance, clarity, and freedom. And as you step through this threshold, remember that the universe is not simply giving you a path, it is honoring you with the opportunity to walk it fully awake. Scorpio, the universe always speaks, but on day 21, its voice is louder and clearer, sending you a message that your path has shifted and your destiny has been activated in a way that cannot be reversed. This message is not delivered through noise or chaos, but through subtle signs that whisper to your spirit, synchronicities that repeat, dreams that linger in your mind, sudden moments of intuition that feel undeniable. These are confirmations that you have completed the trials, passed the divine test, and aligned with your higher self. The universe wants you to know that the unseen battle was never a punishment, but a preparation. Each hidden challenge refining your energy, so that when this moment arrived, you would be ready to step into spiritual success. Scorpio, your horoscope now reflects victory, not because the world outside has changed, but because you have transformed inside. And this inner shift begins to magnetize new beginnings and opportunities. The cosmic message is that your soul mission is no longer dormant. It is awakening fully, pulling you toward choices and paths that resonate with your true essence. Perhaps you will notice a calling to move into work that feels purposeful. Or you may feel drawn to relationships that support your growth instead of draining your energy. These nudges are the universe's way of guiding you into the chosen destiny already written in your spirit. The clarity you now hold is not fragile, it is earned through endurance, faith, and resilience. Scorpio, the message is also one of trust. You are not required to know every detail of what comes next, only to trust that the universe has unlocked the door, and your role is to walk through it with courage. This is your breakthrough moment, where fate feels less like an external force and more like a partnership between you and the divine. And as you integrate this truth, remember that the universe is not asking you to strive harder, but to flow, to listen, to allow its wisdom to guide you toward the abundant and awakened path that is already unfolding. Scorpio, as the universe affirms your passage through the final test, the next step is learning how to integrate this victory into your daily life so that it becomes more than just a spiritual milestone. It becomes the foundation of how you live and breathe each day. Integration means carrying the wisdom of your trials into practical choices, letting the lessons of the unseen battle shape the way you respond to challenges ahead. This is the essence of transformation, not only realizing that you have changed, but allowing that change to guide your actions, your relationships, and your purpose. Begin by recognizing that the clarity you hold now is part of your soul awakening. It is the inner compass that points you toward your true mission. Trust the nudges, even when they feel subtle, because they are the universe's way of keeping you aligned with your chosen destiny. In this new cycle, you are invited to let go of habits and attachments that belong to the old chapter, to release the weight of trials that no longer define you, and to embrace the spiritual success that has already been unlocked within. Scorpio, practical steps such as journaling your insights, meditating daily, or simply pausing to listen to your intuition will strengthen this connection and ensure that your breakthrough becomes lasting. You may find that people or opportunities come into your life now that reflect your elevated energy. Honor these as signs that the path is unfolding as it should. This is also a time to embody resilience without resistance, to know that while challenges may still arise, they no longer carry the same weight, because you have already proven your strength. Remember, spiritual victory is not about avoiding future trials, but about walking through them with awareness and power. Scorpio, this is your chance to live in alignment with the universe's message, to carry forward the wisdom of day 21 as proof that endings are always new beginnings, and that Destiny 2025 is guiding you into abundance, freedom, and deeper fulfillment. The unseen battle prepared you for this moment, and now integration is the key that allows your transformation to anchor fully into your reality. Scorpio, as we reach the closing of this message, remember that day 21 is not just a point in time, but a sacred marker of your evolution, the evidence that the final test has ended, and the unseen battle that once weighed so heavily on your spirit has been transformed into strength, clarity, and spiritual victory that now belongs to you. And this victory is not fleeting. It is the foundation of a new beginning, the energy of graduation that signals you have completed one cycle and are stepping boldly into the next, where destiny awaits with divine reward and abundance aligned with your soul's mission. You are no longer defined by the trials and tests of the past. You are defined by the resilience, courage, and awakening that those very challenges have awakened within you. And as you move forward, you will notice how the universe continues to guide you with synchronicities, with subtle whispers that remind you of your chosen path and the transformation you have embraced. This is your breakthrough moment, Scorpio, your time to embody the fullness of your journey and to trust that the message of the universe is clear. You have won. You have unlocked the hidden blessing, and now spiritual success flows into every area of your life. So take this affirmation into your heart and carry it with confidence, for the energy of day 21 will continue to ripple through your destiny, reminding you of who you are and the purpose you are here to fulfill. If this message resonates with your soul, I invite you to honor it by giving this video a like, sharing it with those who may also be walking their own unseen battles, and subscribing for more Scorpio guidance, so that together we continue to walk this path of awakening, transformation, and victory.